Evan. Oh, where are we? Oh, it's Australia once again.
It's Australia, take three, Formula 2, Tier 3, Brett, and half an hour of qualifying, Brett, before the sprint, before the race.
Well, yeah, not that it's the driver's fault, but this it can be a bit of a chore at times, this qualifying. But at least we have the sprint and the race after, so it feels like I'm seeing this quite a lot every week. But if it's anything like Wednesday night, then we will all be in for a treat.
Oh, Brett, and once again, it all came down to the very last lap, as always. Right, Brett, so we have half an hour of qualifying.
Yeah, let's see how we go. Obviously, I mean, I think Evan, I think we both said it the other night. I personally, my preference would be to try and get out early and to set a time, but you do see a lot of drivers leaving it very late, and then I think it puts more pressure on the driver the later they leave it.
And Brett, as always, we do always have a couple of drivers, going out on the going out on the wet compound tires, just trying to give us a bit of a show. Let's see if that happens tonight, Brett.
Yeah, it does seem a bit of a favoured strategy, the wet tyres being used in this F2 format.
And Brett, I do think Larcy will be happy to hear that you have not gone to London and that you will be in for comms tonight.
Yes, Larcy, I am here. I know you were a bit devastated the other night, but don't worry, I am here. So good luck to you and good luck to every other drivers. We are just sort of early stages. I'm just looking through these drivers, getting familiar with their names. A few drivers I've not seen before.
Larcy saying that he is opting for the win tonight, Brett. I'm sorry, Brett. I'm just quickly sorting out my stream here. I'll be spectating and coming right now.
So Tazy Geordie,
All
Sparkplug. Special shout out to Sparkplug. I did just add him on the PlayStation.
And Brett, as expected, look at Larcy out on the wet compound tires. Right, so we will be spectating Golf Racing, Brett. He will be the first driver to cross the line and to start his very first hot lap. Correction, Brett, that'll be Larcy, overtaking him on the wet compound tires.
Right, and we do have Sparkplug in chat. Hello, gentlemen. Hello to you.
Good evening, Sparkplug, and good luck out on track tonight. Right, Brett, so we have Larcy, sliding on the main straight. He is about to be overtaken by Golf Racing. No, not Golf Racing. Who was that, Brett? I think it was True Loki, as he is about to start his first hot lap. Right, Brett, what kind of times can we expect to see on these Formula 2 cars around the circuit of Albert Park?
Well, yeah, I was about to ask you, Evan. I did ask you the other night, and you said about a 1 minute 18:19. So what sort of times are we looking for,
Brett,
for these Formula 2 cars?
I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say time will tell. I'm not too sure. Haven't been doing a lot of F2 on this game. We're going to have to wait and see, Brett.
Okay, well, we're here for it. So let's hope the drivers put on a show. I'm sure they will.
Right, so the first drivers, now we have a lot of drivers out on track. It will be, let's just spectate all the way down to, it will be True Loki, I think. Yes, that's going to complete the first lap. Brett currently running on a minute, going into sector 3. Early on the brakes, flick the car right onto the curb. No, he opts not to go over the curb, Brett. So let's see what the first time on the board will be as True Loki makes his way around this last couple of corners. Now, yellow flags down into sector 3. I think that's just cars wanting other cars to pass. DRS wide open, Brett, down the main straight. That'll be a 1 minute 28.6, the time to beat. Next crossing the line will be Larcy on a set of wet tires on a 135 flat. Next to cross the line was Golf Racing on a 134.3, but I think that was a lap invalidation. Right, running down the rest of the order. We have the Dark Fox of invalidation also on the wet compound tires. And then we have Kratos coming into the last sector now, down the main straight, a little bit shaky around the last corner. DRS wide open. This will not be provisional pole, but that will move him into P2 for the moment.
Well, it's still early days, but I feel like we said earlier, and like we said the other night, if you do get an invalidation early on, it's not that bad. Like, the later you leave it and you get an invalidation, the more pressure it puts on you, I believe.
So while that has been going on, Brett, yeah, Kratos currently in P2 and the toy, oh, driving on ice. They will have damage on that front wing of his. And he was good enough to set a lap time of P3 currently. But that times will change very, very soon, Brett. Still early days.
Yeah, we're going to see how this qualifying goes, because I do remember Wednesday night, we did have 4 or 5 drivers that actually DNF from the qualifying session. So.
Liam puts himself into P4, Brett. Then, next to cross the line, we will have... Larcy jumping into the pits. I think we will have Golf Racing jumping into the pits. Next driver to cross the line will be highly favored. Will this be an improvement? Will be close. No, it was very close, Brett. He was 2/10 down on his time, a 1:28.8, and still on provisional pole. Right.
And we have VB Thomas in chat. Hello, Thomas. Hope you're well, lad.
Thomas missing out on this race, wondering why. Thomas, where are you tonight, my good friend?
That's right, Larcy. You don't need to agree. I appreciate you being here, though. First of all, so thank you. The chat is open for all sort of opinions, because you can only use one set of super soft. Oh, okay.
Now that is true, Brett. You only allowed one set of super soft for this quali, and they drop off the cliff quite quickly.
Well, like I said, I am just a humble guy doing some commentating. The drivers know more than me, so the drivers are free to speak their mind, put the opinions in chat. I will not be offended. I'm happy for the feedback. So thank you very much.
As we have Sparkplug off to set his first flyer, Brett. Let's see what kind of time Sparkplug will be able to produce. Right, going down the main straight now will be Liam. That was an improvement. Yes, currently running in P5. Right, Mr. Worldwide, and just in front of him will be highly favored Brett. He is up on his time. Looks like this is going to be an improvement. Can he keep it together? This is looking good for provisional pole at the moment. 1:28. Yes, Brett, highly favored, puts himself into provisional pole. A 1:28.1. Good lap from the man. Right, Mr. World, nice. Did he have a lap invalidation? I think he only sets off for his first flyer now. Right, going very slowly into the third sector. None other than the Dark Fox himself. Still cruising around on that set of wet spread.
Yeah, taking it easy at the moment. We still have like over 20 minutes remaining, so plenty of time for these drivers to improve on their times and get a bit more used track.
Right.
Then a 1:28.1 might be a top 5.
And then we have Sparkplug making his way down the main straight now. Brett, let's see where he can put that car of his. Doesn't look like too much of a bad lap, but he definitely has more pace than him. Currently running in P3, a 1:29.1. He will be followed by MGST, also running on the wet compound tires. A lot of drivers just testing out the waters, dipping their toes in, see if it's hot, see if it's cold, and we will see those times drop.
Oh, Larcy saying the Dark Fox is holding me up, and also Larcy, in reference to your earlier message, a 1:28.1. I do believe if I play the game, I could do a 1:28.1, but mine would be a 1 hour 28, not a 1 minute 28.
As Mr. World crosses the finish line now, Brett, a 1:28.5. Good lap from Mr. World. Not bad at all.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
21 minutes remaining.
Right, so we have Liam going very slowly out on track, followed by highly favored, also having a very slow lap. Who will be next, Brett? This will be True Loki, wouldn't it? No, it will not be True Loki. It will be...
VB Thomas asking the question, who's looking fast?
Well, Vivi, definitely not you, because you are not in the race, my friend. Where are you? But highly favored, looking with some good pace. Mr. World setting some good times. But Brett, as always, I'm looking forward to see what the Dark Fox and Lassie will be able to do. Lassie now on a set of super soft tires, and look at those times, Brett. They will start to drop.
Yeah, we currently have 4 drivers that have not set a time yet.
The toy, not with an improvement, he will be setting off for a new lap. Now he will be followed by Yugs, who's coming down the main straight now, has not set a time yet, currently on a 1:26. Will not be the best of laps, but Brett, it's always important just to get a lap time on the board. Currently running in P7 Yugs.
Thomas says, hello mate, the missus missed me, so I had to travel to her place. We'll be there next week, buddies.
That is good to hear, Brett. Right, so I'm currently going to be spectating the, who was it, Brett? I think it was Lassie that's on a set of super soft. And he's making his way to start a new fast lap. The Dark Fox still on a wet set of compound tires.
Yeah, this is getting interesting. And Thomas, have a lovely time with the missus. I do remember her being in chat
Oh,
the
the
other week.
Dark Fox has a moment, Brett.
Oh, he does have a moment. He had a moment as well in mid-weed.
Doesn't seem to have damage on the car, Brett, but luckily for him, he's not wreaking a set of super soft tires, only wet. So I don't think he will be too phased due to that incident right there. Right, so as Lassie makes his way down this very long straight, on his way to weave corners, Brett, and we all know that the drivers have a little bit of moments coming into these corners right here. Flicks the car left, flicks it back right, nice and tidy line, DRS wide open, purple sector 2, and if Lassie can keep this together, it's looking very, very good for him.
And that is the question, if.
If and when, but time will tell. As he comes into the final couple of corners, Brett, can he keep it together? He takes nice and tidy lines over the curbs, straightens out the car. Tricky corner, get onto the throttle soon. Yes, DRS wide open, and this is going to be a good time, Brett. Coming on the main straight, a 1:28.6. Only good enough for P4, Brett.
Oh, might have lost a bit of time somewhere, but 4th is still not a bad time. You know, he'll be looking to improve on that time.
Not a bad time, but we do know that Lassie will have more pace underneath him, Brett. So we will now be spectating. I think it's the Dark Fox still on a set of wets. I think he'll be making his way into the pits pretty soon, as we have yellow flags down into the second sector. That is just Kratos going very, very slowly.
It's right, Lassie. You know what you need to do. Get back out on track and try and set a faster time. I know that's easy for me to say, but I'm sure you can improve.
Brett, just give me 2 seconds there. I just quickly want to see something on the Discord.
Yeah, you do what you need to do. I'll carry on blabbing on.
Trying to see if we can get more drivers into the session.
But yeah, Thomas, have a lovely time with the girlfriend, you know. Massive love, respect, and shout out to both of you. I appreciate you being here. Lassie, get back on track. And to everybody else in the chat and in the community, good luck, and we appreciate you being here.
Right, so we have Georgie starting his first hot lap, Brett. Has not set a time yet, and Giottosi as well. There we go. Booms into the barriers, and Brett, it seems as though damage is off on this session, because it doesn't look like Giottosi has any damage on his front wing of his.
Well, yeah, on a normal race weekend, that would be a lot of damage to the car and the barrier.
Well, we're supposed to have damage, Brett. Doesn't seem to be damage. But Giottosi having a little bit of a moment resetting to track. But no harm, no foul. It is only qualifying, and it doesn't influence his race or anybody else's race. So as he goes into the pits right now, and I think he will be a little bit angry at himself, Brett, ruining a set of super soft tires with that moment he had.
We have the toy in chat saying damage should be on.
Car damage is on standard. Okay, well, that is good news and good to hear. Right, so let's go to Sparkplug, who's currently running a lap invalidation, and next behind him will be True Loki. True Loki currently is on a lap break. Let's see if any improvements will be made. It doesn't seem as though improvements will be made, as he's already running a 124 coming into the final corner only now. So maybe starting a new hot lap right about now.
Sorry, Evan. Dark Fox is holding up. Well, Lars, he says, Dark Fox is holding up him again.
Georgie into the pits. Brett, Golf Racing, can he improve? No, this will not be an improvement. Already up on his time. Shoo, right. Kratos slowing down. Yugs slowing down. And the drivers out on track in front into Sector 1 will be Sparkplug with another lap invalidation. And he will be followed by True Loki with a lap invalidation. So a lot of drivers invalidating. As Golf Racing goes off track for the moment, waits for cars to pass, and off he goes again.
Under 15 minutes remaining, so we've already split through the first 15 minutes of this qualifying.
As Larcy makes way for other cars just to overtake him. He's currently on an outlap, so not in too much of a hurry, Brett. Oh, cars is creeping up on him, but it seems to be Yuke's having a little bit of a moment. Golf Racing retiring from the session, and finally the Dark Fox deciding, now I'm going over to a set of Supersofts, and let's see how these times will start to drop, Brett. Maybe favorite for pole position?
We're going to find out, Eben, and out of the two drivers that have not set a time yet, Tozy is on an outlap, and Geordie, the other driver of no time, is in the pit.
And Brett, MGST finding himself in unfamiliar territory at the moment, only currently running in P12.
Yeah, I need to, from my own personal point of view, I need to remember what these drivers do throughout the whole race sort of weekend, because I tend to sort of forget what happens at the start, and then I get a bit lost with my driver of the day. So I need to bear in mind what they do throughout the whole qualifying, sprint and main race.
So Kratos making his way into the final corners now. Brett, will this be an improvement? No, dives into the pits. He will be followed by Giottosi, only to start a new outlap. And where is the Dark Fox out on track, Brett? Let's see. As he definitely had a moment somewhere around the lap. Currently running on a 1 minute 33. Not optimal, but he still has life left in those tires, and he sets off for a new flyer. Right, next to cross the line will be the toy with the invalidation. Next to cross the line, I think it was Giottosi, only starting a flyer, Brett.
Oh.
Liam also having a couple of moments here and there. And as always, Brett, this is qualifying, and as always, qualifying a little bit slow, but it's the calm before the storm, as you know it.
Yeah, but that is true words. You have said that many times on our when we're together doing commentary. You have said that to me many a times, and to be honest, you are very honest with what you say. Fair assumption.
Throughout the race, you are known to all as Brett, but when things get heated, you tend to be known as Brett.
Yeah, that is true. Will we hear that today? Maybe I need to change my name completely.
Right, so the Dark Fox, Brett. Oh, what a tight line he took over that corner. And it was a purple sector too. And let's see what kind of times the Dark Fox can put up on the board. Coming into the corner, nice tight line onto the curb, straight into the car. You will now look to flick the car right over the curb of this fast-hand corner. Right, Brett's looking hungry. It's looking like a good time. Can he keep it together though? Oh, Brett, look at the lines. Beautiful racing lines from the Fox. DRS open. Gets a little bit of a toe. And a 126, 7, 8, and only good enough for P2 as highly favored, still maximum points for qualifying. So, good job out in front from highly favored, Brett. As MGST, as I told you, unfamiliar territory for him in P12, he moves himself up into P3. Good lap from MGST.
Very nice, very nice. We have about 13 minutes remaining, I believe.
And only Georgie yet to set a time.
But they are on an outlap.
Starting a hot lap, Brett, and let's hope that the traffic in front of him does not keep him up. So let's see what Georgie will have to say about this lap. creeping around these corners, taking a little bit of wide turns around there, avoids the curb. Let's see how brave he is. Not a lot of confidence in the car, Brett, not wanting to attack the curb. Let's see what Georgie will be able to do. Only a 32 in sector 1. Not the best of times, but definitely not the worst. So as he comes down not the main straight, the back straight, right. Avoiding cars left and right. We will be spectating George for a little while to see what kind of times he can produce.
Yeah.
Not too bad, Brett. Oh, very nice, very tidy. DRS opens. That was a tidy line through those sweep corners. And the Dark Fox
I am unfamiliar with. Can't carry on.
And the Dark Fox, Brett, with a new fastest lap, a 1:27.9.
Wow.
He's on provisional pole for maximum points of this race. But I'm really excited to see what this guy's going to do right here, right now.
Well, we will stay on board with him and see what he brings to the table.
Oh, has a little bit of a moment here and there, Brett. Currently is not good enough for the top runners. Going down the straight will be a 1:32.1. Only good enough for P13. And next to cross the line will be Giottosi into the pits, followed by Worldwide, definitely at a moment somewhere. And next to cross the line will be MGST diving into the pit, almost having a collision there. Right. True Loki Brett. Will not be an improvement on his time, but he sets off for a new flyer now. And, well, it's not unfamiliar, Brett. You often see in Formula 2 that drivers struggle with improving their times as these tires drop off the cliff. Of course, only allowed one set of super softs per qualifier.
Yeah, obviously it is a little bit different to the Formula 1 action.
So we're spectating Hughes Brett, and he's currently 2/10 up on his time. It does seem as though this is going to be improvement only if he can keep it together. Let's see if he has grip left. Struggles with grip around the corners. And I don't think that this will be an improvement, Brett. Down the main straight, 125.6. Has to get a move on. And no improvements. No, it is an improvement by 1/10, but not good enough to move him up the order. Next, we have
P11.
Georgie into the pits, and the Dark Fox Brett sitting real pretty and comfortable for maximum points in P1. But also remember, Brett, it's reversed grid, so he will be making his way down the order and start in P10 as things stand.
I mean, if this is how it ends, then the Dark Fox will not mind starting P10. He's very competent at getting up the race order.
Spark plug into the pits. He goes. Kratos seems to be running a little bit slow on this lap as well. This will not be an improvement from him. Down the order will be highly favored. Let's see if he has any answers for the Dark Fox and move himself back up the order. This will not be an improvement, but he still has time to see if he can improve his time. Right, off he goes for a new hot lap. The toy will also not be an improvement. Next to cross the line there, I think it's Larcy only having a very slow out lap. He will be looking to mow the lawn before starting a new hot lap. No, into the pits he goes. Alright, highly favored with a little bit of a moment there. Mr. Worldwide Brett, let's see. He's currently basically matching his pace. Can he put that car up the order and push highly favored down?
Last he said he went wide after the last corner. That is unfortunate, and we are on board with Mr. Worldwide. The first time I have seen this driver. So
a new driver, Brett. He did decide to hop into the pits. Maybe put some... Sorry, go ahead, Brett.
No, I was just reading the chat. Last he said he was improving, but unfortunately he ran wide.
Highly favored, lifting and coasting, so this will not be an improvement. Maybe opting to jump into the pits. 2 seconds, Brett. I just quickly want to see if Hector is basically online.
That's fine. Do what you need to do. It's not a problem. I'll just, as I said before, I'll just sit here and just talk nonsense and try to keep the chat entertained.
And no, he definitely is not online, so we will be back live now as we are spectating Highly Favored, starting a new hot lap now. Time ticking, Brett, only 5.5 minutes remaining. I can do one more lap, says Lassie in chat. MGST also currently on an out lap, as well as Lassie out for his out lap now. And let's look at the Dark Fox. Is he on an out lap? Oh no, he's on a hot lap, but this will not be an improvement. Not a lot of time that separates him and Highly Favored, Brett. So, I mean, we can back Highly Favored. Maybe he can push the Dark Fox down the order, time will tell. But it's going to have to be a very good lap indeed on super softs that are not on a optimal condition anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but I will say it. As of right now, the way this has been going, I don't see many drivers really changing their positions dramatically. Maybe one position, but not jumping up 3, 4, 5, 6 places.
That is very, very true. Yeah, I mean, drivers struggling to improve on the times as the tires start to wear and tear. Sparkplug on an out lap. I think it's Lassie that's on an out lap. No, Lassie is he's on a flyer. So let's see, Brett. Looking at the current times, it doesn't seem to be an improvement, so he's going to have to go again.
Yeah,
a lot of drivers struggling. Sparkplug running it wide. This will not be an improvement. Let's look at the Fox. Invalidation. Let's look at Highly Favored. Definitely not an improvement. He's going to have to go again. Down the main straight, Sparkplug. No, as I stated, Brett, no improvements. And time is running out for them. Hughes did have, however, improvement, Brett. He improved by 1/10 and moves in, and stays in P11.
Yeah, little improvements here and there, but no driver position change.
And Brett, look at the really. Dark Fox. He managed to put a 1:27.6 on the board, but it was an invalidation. So he definitely improved this time, but unfortunately invalidated his lap. Right, so we are spectating Lassie, Brett. Let's see. Time is running out for him. Tire wear is also running out. Can he improve? Let's see if the drivers struggle around these corners. Keeps it nice and tidy. Still has confidence left in those tires. Very quickly onto the throttle. He goes. Right, Brett. This is where it all will come down to in Sector 3. A lot of slow corners around here, and the tires must be hurting.
You gotta try and keep it together as best you can.
So let's see, Lassie, you have 2 corners left to improve on your time. As things stand, it doesn't seem as though it's going to be an improvement, Brett. Running out of time. 28, no improvement. Only a 1:29.2. Next to cross the line. Sparkplug into the pits. Hughes into the pits. The Dark Fox. Not looking too bad, but I think it's going to be close, Brett. Yes, that's an improvement on a 1:27.2. 1:27.7. He improves by 2/10. A good lap from the Fox.
Very nice. Just cementing his P1.
And Giottosi also with an improvement, Brett. He goes into the 1:30s, pushes himself into P10. Right. Who's next to cross the line? Kratos starting a new lap. Down the main straight now goes MGST, but he will only be starting a new hot lap now. And not a lot of time left, Brett. Dark Fox getting out of the way of True Loki. True Loki is matching his pace, but he's currently running on an invalidation. This will be no good. Then Giottosi also matching his pace around the first sector. Only 0.03 of a second down on his time. Right, let's go down to, I think it is Lassie, Brett, as he makes his way down the main straight. Has a little moment. And the Delta told me that he was improving on his time. I don't know whether that was still the case around Sector 3. Lassie retires from the section. Mr. Worldwide makes his way down the main straight. No improvements. True Loki. Just for interest's sake, Brett, let's see if there was going to be an improvement on his time.
Let's see.
Let's see if this would have been an improvement. I'm already on the 125s. I don't think it would have been, Brett. Nope. No improvement, even though it was no invalidation. Right. Who will be next to cross the line? Kratos, invalidation. MGST, Brett, it seems as though this is a good improvement. We don't know if that's still the case around Sector 3, 127, 128. It is no improvements. Stays P4. The Dark Fox just driving it in, having a Sunday cruise, and he's looking good, Brett. So qualifying is over for highly favored, and I think that was the guy who might have had the opportunity to knock him off the maximum points for pole position. So the only drivers left on track still True Loki with an invalidation, and Kratos with an invalidation, and it seems as though that's it, Brett. That's your qualifying over, because Kratos and True Loki will not be able to improve due to invalidations, and that's your qualifying, Brett.
Wow, there you go then. So, well, I'm looking forward to the sprint race. I mean, my personal opinion, I don't always go too much on the half-an-hour qualifying. That's not the driver's fault, that's nobody's fault. I'm just more here for the sprint and the main race. And quick side note, Larcy, I did add you on the PlayStation, if you're wondering what that random name is. It was me that added you. And good luck to all the drivers, I've said now. Good luck to all of you.
Good luck to all the drivers, and Brett, I'm looking forward to the sprint. Will always be treated with double action, the sprint and the main race in Formula 2.
It should be some interesting battles. I'm looking forward to it. Larcy saying he hopes he can make up for the qualifying in the races.
And Brett, your opinion, do you think that the Dark Fox had a little bit of sandbags on that car of his during qualifying today?
Now you've asked the question, maybe, but we'll never know. We will never know.
We'll have to see if he can carry out that momentum in the race. Obviously, will not be starting in P1, so we'll be being treated to see how he fights his way up the order. So, Brett, that is your qualifying over, and my friend, as always, run us through the order.
I'll take you through. Dark Fox starts, well, qualifies in P1, then highly favoured, Mr. Worldwide, MGS, True Loki, Larcy, The Toy, Sparkplug, Krytos, Giatosi, Ude 123, Liam, Gordy, Golf Racing, 14th.
Unfortunate that we only have 14 drivers on the track today, Brett, but have to make the best out of the situation of what we have. But I'm looking forward to see how these 14 will battle it out, and well, all 14 drivers with the ambition, hoping to be on that top step of the podium to take P1.
We're going to see how it goes. 14 drivers is not obviously, you know, it's not a full grid, but it's still 14. It's better than nothing. Alright, we are counting down to sprint race action in Australia.
And Brett, I hope you had a half an hour's time to breathe in qualifying, because things are about to get heated up.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
All drivers currently on track, on the grid, sorting out the fuel, sorting out the setups, and Brett, we are moments away from lights out.
I'm looking forward to it. It's always a bit of a, you know, we have lights out and then they're there, and then like, will we go? And then the cars get going and we can all breathe a sigh of relief.
So we have 12 seconds, 10 seconds, Brett. I'm really, really hyped for this. Formula 2 never fails to amaze us. And Brett, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please get ready, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... and we are off, and that's we got the better start. It seems as though Giatosi got the better start, Brett. Right, we are off in Melbourne. Let's see if we have any contact around first corner. We have drivers going off. That was only Lassie taking a wide line over. He will be vulnerable for pace now as Detoy has a better exit and MGST has a better exit. Highly favored, disqualified from the session. What happened?
Oh,
What happened? Oh, we have contact. True Loki retiring from the session as well. Hughes with a 5-second penalty, colliding with NGST. And we have a full safety car on lap 1 of the sprint. 2 drivers that have been lost from this late race. Only took them 4 corners. True Loki and Highly Favored. Unfortunate for them. But Highly Favored with a disqualification. What happened?
Wow. Safety car already. Not even halfway through lap 1.
And let's see if any driver has damaged Brett. It doesn't seem as though the Trop Runners has any damage. That'll be good news for them. The Dark Fox staying out of trouble. Currently running in P9. Followed by George. Followed by Golf. And Hughes finds his way down the order. And he definitely has damage on that front wing of his.
Oh, well. Safety car is out then. So,
well, it only took us 4 corners, Brett. Safety car, of course, is on reduced. So, that might have been a heck of an impact that we managed to miss.
Oh, something happened. We've had 2 drivers out already as well.
Right, so Brett, let's see who made the best jumps on the race start. Position changes. So it'll be Sparkplug gaining a position on Kratos, the toy staying in P4, Mr. Worldwide jumping 3, MGST up 1, Lassie dropping 2, Liam up 4 positions. Great start from him. The Dark Fox only getting 1 position, and Georgie with 3 position gains, and Golf Racing as well. As Hughes now jumps into the pits.
Lewis saying, someone smacked me and I lost control and DNF.
Well, that is really, really unfortunate. We did manage to miss that collision on stream. But I really wondered what happened with Highly Favored, disqualified from the session. Oh, right, wow, Brett, so all drivers currently running on the medium compound tires. Hughes also now changing to a new set of mediums. Damage on that front wing of his. Serving his 5-second penalty, of course, and off he goes again. Lucky for him to serve that 5 seconds in the pits.
Lassie not happy.
Someone messing him over, he says. And Brett, I'm looking forward to see how this will unravel. I think there will be hard feelings towards True Loki. Someone wrecking his race. We're going to have to see, Brett. I think there will be queries regarding this one. Really intrigued to see what happened with that one.
Yeah, this one's far from done. On track and off track.
So, Brett, it literally took 4 corners to unleash a full safety car that will only be out for 1 more lap after this one, as Hughes will be making his way up the order to catch the pack so that we can go under racing again. Quite disappointing to see a safety car this early into the race, Brett.
Oh.
So, my friend, you have 1 more lap to catch your breath once again. Johnny, thank you very, very much for the follow. We appreciate that.
Very nice, lad. Welcome in, Johnny. Appreciate the follow.
So we have drivers warming those tires, weaving left to right, Brett. We are under safety car. We have Giatosi, followed by Sparkplug, followed by Kratos the Toy, Mr. Worldwide, MGST, Lassie, Liam, the Dark Fox, Georgie, Golf Racing, who's making a pit stop. Now let's see what compound goes onto those tires. It looks as though it will be the mediums again. Maybe at front wing damage, Brett. And off he goes. This means that Hughes will gain a free position on Golf Racing as he makes his way out of the pits, but through goes Hughes into P11, and he's going to be wanting to fight his way back. Right, back to Giatosi Brett under the safety car. We will have, I believe, if these 2 drivers can catch up, the safety car will be in by the end of this lap. Still a long way to go till we reach sector 3, and let's hope the safety car will be in. I want to see some action.
It would be nice. Lassie, yeah, you get back to your racing on the track. We'll be here regardless.
So we are making our way into the second sector. We are still waiting for Golf Racing and Hughes to catch up to the pack. And Brett, we might be seeing 1 more lap of safety car. Because we are entering the 3rd sector now.
Yes, Johnny, this is the online racing league, and me and Eben are your commentators, and all these drivers, all this action you're watching right now are all real life, real people in the racing league.
This is the Tier 3 for the SAF1 Racing League, Formula 2 Racing. And Brett, yes, we will have one more lap of safety car as we are waiting for Golf Racing to catch up to the pack. Hughes is currently making his way to the back of the pack now, but Brett, we will have one more lap of safety car.
Not a problem, Johnny. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow. Anything you want to ask, ask. Anything you want to say it.
We have drivers warming up these tires, Brett, because the safety car will be in by the end of this lap, and I cannot wait. Giottosi right on the back of the safety car telling him, get a move on, mate. We need to warm up these tires.
Yep.
Right. Sparkplug looking hungry. Kratos, the toy. And Brett, I'm really looking forward to see what Mr. Worldwide can do. Obviously, he's a new racer. We don't have a lot of information regarding the guy. So looking forward to see where he can place his car, as this will be his debut race for the SAF1 Racing League.
Yeah, we'll see what you can do. Like you said, don't know a lot about the drive, so let's see what you can bring to the track. Johnny, are you a Formula 1 fan yourself?
Did manage to gain 3 positions on the race start, Brett, keeping his nose out of trouble, and he's sitting pretty in P5. But of course, he will have a very, very fast and experienced driver of the toy in front of him, and if he wants to make the overtake, he's going to have to pull some magic out of the bag.
Well, yeah, but then also there's no better way to announce yourself than by being very good on track. Eben, that's a question for you. Who is the best driver? Question from Johnny.
Well, Brett, one of my preferred drivers that I would think will pull wins out of the bag, Brett. Well, the toy is looking good. Sparkplug definitely also with a lot of pace. MGST, one of my favorites, Brett, always has a very good, clean, solid race. Lassie, a lot of pace. But Brett, if it has to come down to raw talent and pace, you have to give it to the Dark Fox.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, all these drivers are all very good in their own sort of unique way, but if you're familiar with this lead, then you'll be familiar with the Dark Fox. You would be.
Right, Brett. So we are spectating Sparkplug to see when Giottosi will make the jump and restart us in the sprint race. Right, Brett. Sparkplug right on his rear. He doesn't want to be caught napping, and off we go, Brett. Giottosi gets us underway, but Sparkplug didn't sleep. He's right on his rear. Will we see an overtake into the first corner? Late on the brakes. Will we see contact? Yes, we have contact. And Giottosi's off. Giottosi's off. Contact with Sparkplug. Right. The Dark Fox now making a move on Liam. Pushes his way into P8. But does Liam go late on the brakes? Yes, he does. Pushes Dark Fox back to P9. Tries the switch around as the inside line. Now the Dark Fox regains P8. Up the order we go to Giottosi. And where was contact? There will be queries and angry drivers regarding that move. Right, up the order. Now we have Sparkplug leading your sprint, followed by Kratos, finding himself in a magic position. The toy, Mr. Worldwide. He seems to have better top line speed than the toy, gaining, but he will not be looking to make the move now. MGST dropping back, already 1 second down the road. Lassie right on his rear, being hunted down by Tozy, and the Dark Fox. Look at the exit he has now, Brett.
Well,
will he be brave? Will he go late on the brakes? Will he be brave? Yes, he is late. Oh, we have more contact, Brett. Forces him wide. And Giottosi feels like, why are you guys picking on me? What did I do to you?
Oh, God, Giottosi, when it's not your day, it is not your day.
Giottosi being forced off the road around 2 corners in 1 lap, dropping from P1 to P10. Not the race that he would want to have. He's now coming back. He's now coming back at Liam.
That should be a penalty. Well,
right, let's see.
Can give penalties in the Discord.
And Giottosi is respectful, not wanting to make the dive bomb. Look at the exit he has. Oh, we have Hughes around. More damage. We have Hughes around, but Giottosi, we have 3 cars going wide. Right, Georgie runs wide. Giottosi comes back at him. Liam having moments around the outside. He wants to go. Giottosi dropping a position again. It's all happening, Brett. It's all happening down in the sprint. As George runs
what a
wide,
mess.
Giottosi will have the inside line. Will he make the move? Gives him a lot of room to play with, and he's up to P9. Good stuff. While that's going on, we have Lassie and MGST going wheel to wheel. MGST and Lassie around the outside. Who will be bravest? Oh, we have wheel contact.
Oh,
Brave, and the Lassie backs out.
Worldwide, that's a P3. Worldwide's P2.
And while that's going on, the toy in on Mr. Worldwide, currently running in P2. Great race from him, managing to get past the toy. It's all happening, Brett. The Dark Fox and Lassie going wheel to wheel. The Dark Fox getting the position on Lassie. Next up the road will be MGST. Brett, Christmas came early this year.
Wow. Well, I did say, do you know what? I'm not really a massive fan of the qualifying.
Fox with the better exit. There we go. Gets past MGST. Will MGST try to make the move again late on the brakes, Brett? Respectful driving. They give each other room. We have yellow flags. Who will that be? That opens up the door for Lassie. Look at Lassie now. Late on the brakes as well. And
wow.
Brett, we have contact going all over the place.
Oh my God.
Mr. Worldwide right on the back of Sparkplug. Runs a little bit wide. That will be a warning for track limits. This is the battle currently for P1. Brett. Sparkplug with a slightly better exit. Kratos 3-second time penalty. It's all happening. The toy all over the rear of Mr. World. Mr. World around the outside of Sparkplug. And this is far from over. 3 cars battling for P1. Late on the brakes go Mr. Worldwide. The toy late on the brakes. Sparkplug has a moment. He's off. Sparkplug has a moment. He's off.
Has got to him.
Being hunted down by 2 very hungry cars, battling all over the place. Giottosi gets past George. Giottosi now will go late on the brakes on Liam. Has the inside line. Cars glitching a little bit. Right, Brett.
Sparkplug has dropped right down. He's now 10th. Johnny in chat saying nice work from the drivers because these are great moves. Well, Johnny, if you like what you see, you can join the Discord and maybe race yourself.
Brett, so now we do have DRS wide open of Mr. Worldwide as the toy managed to get past him. Look at the top line speed of Mr. Worldwide now. Not only does he have the better exit, he also has DRS. Into the slips he goes, dives onto the inside. Will he be respectful? We have more contact. Yes, we do.
Oh my God.
MGST over the back of Kratos as well now. MGST, wow, what a move from the man. Runs a little bit wide, takes evasive action, gets the move on the toy at a moment. So the Dark Fox moves his way all the way to P2, hunting down Worldwide now. MGST up to P3, the toy drops to P4, and now he's being hunted down by Lassie as Kratos makes the move on Liam, and George dropping like a stone.
Johnny, bear with me, lad. I will give you the link right now, and it's all happening now. We're only on lap 8.
It's all happening, and look at the toy, Brett. Trying to find some redemption as we have yellow flags into the first sector. DRS wide open. Will MGS defending very, very well. The toy will have to back out. We've seen too much contact. Yes, he does.
There you go, Johnny.
Right, Kratos and Golf Racing also battling it out for P10. Creeping around these corners. Doesn't seem to have a lot of confidence in the car. But now, Brett, all attention to the Dark Fox that has DRS widely activated on Mr. Worldwide. The Dark Fox of a new fastest lap of a 130.4. Giottosi and Liam going at it. The toy still on the back of MGST. Having a little bit of a bad exit, Brett. And look at the Dark Fox. He will be... we have Lassie. We have Lassie of a moment. He drops from P5 to 6, 7, 8, 9. No, only 8.
So many drivers having moments.
Right, the Dark Fox. You need to get up very early in the morning if you want to keep the Dark Fox behind you. Let's see if Mr. Worldwide lives up to the hype. And can he keep the Dark Fox behind him? 3 laps remaining after this lap rate.
Well, the Dark Fox will be fighting to the last lap, the last corner.
You know, Brett, he's done it before. Can he do it again? Does he has DRS running out of straight, Brett? No, he will back out. Will try to stay as close as possible to Mr. Worldwide because he knows he has 2 helpings of DRS on the way.
And a special shout out because he's really never mentioned. So Golf Racing running P9.
Golf Racing having a very good, having a good race, Brett. Very true. Right, so it comes down to this. Dark Fox versus Mr. Worldwide. Well, he's going to have a worldwide of car, Brett, because the Dark Fox, much better traction, much better exit with DRS assistance. How wide is this car of Mr. Worldwide?
Oh!
Seems to have it covered off. No, the Dark Fox takes the inside line. Makes the move on Mr. Worldwide. Respectful racing from Mr. Worldwide. Giving Dark Fox enough room to fight with. And the second closest battle on track now, Brett, is George on Liam.
And Johnny has joined the Discord. Well, Johnny's not my Discord, but you know, make yourself welcome in there, say hello, and maybe try and get involved. See how it goes for you. Thank you for joining it.
Sparkplug looking for redemption as he sets the new fastest lap of this race. Of course, he is running on a set of new super softs, so obviously they will be quicker. Now, Brett, Mr. Worldwide has not dropped back from the Dark Fox. Will he regain?
Stick him with him.
Will he regain the lead of this race? Will he make the move? Will he have a little sniff around the inside? No. He also knows he has 2 helpings of DRS on the way. And Brett, if Mr. Worldwide can get past the Dark Fox, it will be a job well done. And
sorry, Eben. Geordie and Larcy having a little battle down the grid.
And they had a moment, Brett. Forget about the battle, they had a moment.
Geordie did get past him, and now Larcy back past him. Well, that's far from done as well.
Right, Brett, it's coming down to this. We have 1 lap remaining after this lap. Oh, and Mr. Worldwide runs wide. Not what he would have wanted. Definitely not what he would have wanted.
Krytos gets past Golf Racing.
Spectating now, Brett, as Sparkplug also makes the move on them. Next up the road for Sparkplug will be Golf Racing. And Mr. Worldwide with a 3-second time penalty. That makes it just so... Oh, contact!
Oh!
Golf Racing having a little bit of a moment. Sparkplug not anticipating the early braking of the Golf Racing. Runs into his rear, spins him out. It's all happening. Sparkplug now on the back of Kratos. Will he make the move down this corner? Down the straight he goes now. DRS wide open. He will run out of straight, I assume. Yes, he does, but he will be on much fresher tires. Right,
wow.
Detoy and NGST still battling it out, and we have more yellow flags. Larcy again dropping from P7 to P8. We'll be looking to get back at George. Does he have damage on that car of his? No, he doesn't. Right, Brett.
What can Geordie do?
While this has been going on, the Dark Fox is 1 second up the road from Mr. Worldwide, so he will not have DRS. So if the Dark Fox can keep it together, he will be the winner of this sprint race.
Yes, he will. Detoy hunting down MGS. That is the battle we are looking at.
Sparkplug did manage to get past Kratos. Next up the road will be Larcy, but he doesn't have a lot of time left, Brett. He only has 1 lap remaining if he wants to catch Larcy for P8 and the last point for this sprint race. Meanwhile, will Larcy be getting back at George? The toy, ever so close to MGST, but we are on the last lap of this sprint. Running wide, and the toy with 3-second time penalty. And the penalties are heaping up again.
The toy penalty. Oh.
Right, Brett,
I think a lot of these drivers will be happy when this sprint race is done.
Is the closest battle out on track. And Brett, my heart goes out to people like True Loki and Highly Favored. Looking very, very good in qualifying, having their race ruined on the first lap of this race. Oh, the toy wide again of this race. And as things stand, Brett, the Dark Fox will take P1 on track, followed by Mr. Worldwide, but he has a 3-second time penalty. Now, more yellow flags. Who will that be, Brett? That will be George and Lars manages to get through. So, spectating the Dark Fox as he makes his way down the main straight now. Will take P1, very good race from him. P10 all the way to P1 as expected from the Dark Fox. Mr. Worldwide, what a race from him. MGST managing to keep the toy behind him. And but Brett, yeah, I mean, not a bad sprint. A little bit of incidents, a lot of contact from drivers. Giottosi making his way to take P5, followed by Liam down the main straight now. Lassie with a disappointing sprint race. And Sparkplug going from leading this sprint, dropping to the back, regaining all the way to P8. Not a bad showing from Sparkplug.
Wow. Wow, that was eventful. 12 laps of madness.
Well, Brett, it's not how you start, it's definitely how you finish. And I really hope that True Loki and Highly Favored can get back into this race and show their worth. Two very good drivers indeed, but Brett, all hats off to the sprint driver of the day. It obviously will be the Dark Fox, but driver of the day was not being rewarded for the sprint. It is for the overall achievements of the races. And from pole to sprint winner, let's see if he can convert this over and get a Grand Slam to win the race as well. It's all to play for the Dark Fox.
Next up is the main race. Good luck to all of you in the main race.
Lassie saying that he's happy to finish this one. Not the sprint that he would have wanted, Brett, but, and I've said it once, I'll say it again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we still have the main event coming up, which is the race. Brett, my good friend, as always, as soon as it shows.
Yes, if it does show, I will take you, me, and everybody else through these classifications.
Take us through the order of the sprint, my good friend.
Here we go then. Podium positions, Dark Fox, Mr. Worldwide, and MGS. Then we have the Toy, Atozi, Liam, Lassie, Sparkplug, Geordie, Tritos, Golf Racing, Hugh, and then the DNFs were True Loki and Highly Favoured.
Brett, don't count out these two people that retired from the race. Do not count out True Loki or Highly Favoured. They will be looking to get back into this race. It's never over till it's over. We have seen drivers starting from the back of the pack, to ultimately win the Grand Prix. And it's all to play for, Brett.
It really is. I mean, as a commentator, I'm happy for all these. I'm happy for the eventful race, but these drivers, I'm pretty sure they're getting stressed out more and more as each minute passes.
Well, Brett, we've seen a lot of contact in the sprint race. Let's hope that the drivers can redeem themselves. Let's see some clean overtakes during the main race, Brett.
Yeah, we have Lewis in chat. Damn straight it's not over yet. He's there. He's saying, watch out for me. I'm out for redemption.
Well, Brett, if you got the fire burning in you, expect to see a good race from the man. And I'm looking forward.
Lastly, let's see if I can make something out of the main event. Well, that's what we are all looking forward to. The main race is what we're here for.
Well, Brett, there is 3 helpings of DRS. I think drivers just need to be a little bit more patient and try to get some cleaner overtakes, because there was a hell of a lot of contact out there on track today.
There was. I mean, they're better people than me, doing this driving. It's going to stress me, but what do I know, eh? Really?
Well, Brett, that's why we're sitting here and not out there racing on track.
Yeah, making that stress for my pleasure.
Right, so Brett, we are 15 seconds away from lights out, and I cannot wait for the main event. 8 seconds and counting.
Yeah, once again, good luck to all drivers.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready, because we will now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Brett, let's go racing around Melbourne, Albert Park. The Dark Fox gets a great start, followed by Highly Favoured back into P2. He's looking for redemption. Mr. Worldwide, will we see contact? Oh, we have multiple contact, Brett.
Oh,
we have multiple cars on contact. It's an entire mess.
Oh my God, there's a bloody bowling ball went down the bloody, oh my God.
Well, someone came in like a wrecking ball, Brett. Miley Cyrus would be proud. Right, Brett, how many drivers have contact? How many drivers have damage? Damn!
Wow.
Right, Brett, Mr. Worldwide, right on the rear of Highly Favored now. Let's see. Will he make the move stick? Oh my word, Brett. Contact around the first corner and you just see cars all over the place. I mean, what are we doing? Racing or 10-pin bowling? Right,
Wow,
Highly
that's what I was
Favored and
thinking.
Mr. Worldwide. He goes around the outside. Will we see drivers making moves early into the race? Brave on the brakes, gets it through, and Brett, look out for this guy in the future. He has pace, but Highly Favored is not done yet. He says, I DNF'd in the sprint. I'm not giving up. I'm not weaving. I'm not. Oh, contact, Brett. Contact
Oh
again.
my God, please.
And
Wow.
Mr. Worldwide drops to P7.
Oh my.
No, Brett. Not what we want to see out on track. Sparkplug and Giottosi also going at it. Brett, the gloves are off. And while all this is going out, the Dark Fox says, well, guys, drive into each other all you want. I've got a 3.2 second lead on the first lap of this race. True Loki.
Wow.
And Lassie going at it. That opens up the door for Mr. Worldwide. Will he have a better exit? You bet he will. Down the straight he goes. It will be wheel to wheel with Lassie and Mr. Worldwide. Let's see, Brett. Let's see what's happening here. No contact. So far, so good. Mr. Worldwide makes it stick. Great stuff from him. Great stuff indeed from him. Kratos and George going at it. The gloves are off as Golf Racing has a little bit of a moment. Yuke's running down in P13, 14 now. Ah, Brett, it's all happening.
Oh. Well, Johnny.
The toy and MGST.
Maybe
You can't separate these two, Brett. Oh,
Wow.
close. Close. The gloves are off, but the toy will have the better grip. Right, Brett. Switches. That is...
Oh.
Oh, no, that's cutting corners. Can't do that. Make contact. He ruins it for himself. That's his own fault.
Boom,
He
bam,
ruins
wallet
it for
smash.
himself, the toy. No.
Oh, he's gone.
Right, Highly Favored. MGS, True Loki, all battling it out for P2. Brett and Wu goes off MGST with damage.
Jesus.
Brett, there will be hard feelings tonight after Melbourne and the Dark Fox 3 laps into the race, 6.6 seconds in the lead. And it's his race to ruin, Brett. He has a...
The stewards have their work cut out after this race. Wow, and Johnny, quickly, now you've seen this, maybe you don't want a race, but Tier 1 is a Tuesday night, Tier 2 is a Wednesday night, and this Tier 3 Formula 2 is a Friday night.
MGST running in the podiums, Brett, all the way down to P14 as he now makes his way out of the pits on a set of super softs. And True Loki and Highly Favored, as I said, Brett, look out for these two. It's not over till it's over. And they want redemption.
Wow.
Brett, we've never seen so much contact before out on track. Mr. Worldwide dropping, but now making his way, wanting to go back into the podium positions.
Just wow. Other than me saying wow, I don't really know what else to say. Just wow. We have
Oh,
you,
look at
1,
True
2,
Loki
3.
running wide. That opens the door for two drivers. No, Highly Favored has a moment. All right, Brett, this is the corner that has been giving me nightmares. PTSD. Will we see contact again? No.
Oh,
But it opens the door for Highly Favored again. Will he take that inside line? Backs out? Luckily not. So we have another yellow flag, Brett. Who's that? Who went off? I don't think I know who went off, Brett, but right. So we have True Loki hunted down by Mr. Worldwide, who got past Highly Favored, who's being hunted down by Lassie 1 second down the road. Giottosi 4 seconds, and Sparkplug right on the rear of Liam. He's looking to make impact and get positions.
This is Australia, Johnny.
Right, so Sparkplug, Brett, does he have the better exit? You bet he has. Has to make way a little bit. Liam seems to be struggling for grip on
my
those
God,
set
he's
of
too
super
close to
softs.
him. Please,
DRS
he's
wide
just too
open.
close.
Will we see contact? No, I hope not. And Sparkplug with a clean overtake moves his way into P7, and 2 seconds up the road from him will be Giottosi. Right, Brett.
Look at the Dark Fox. Only 4 laps in. He is sitting pretty.
He is
as
in
it
cruise
stands.
control, Brett. He is in cruise control. While everything has been going on behind him. I don't even think he's aware of everything's been going on behind him. Right, Liam back on Sparkplug. Liam wants to make the move back on Sparkplug. Around the outside he goes. Right, Brett. What's going to happen? Will he have the better exit? Yeah, you know he has. DRS wide open. Sparkplug defending with all his might. Wants the inside line. And look at the toy joining in the fight. And Liam retakes the lead of Sparkplug. But Sparkplug will have the better exit. But Liam does have the inside line. Will we see contact? It opens up the door for the toy who's joining in this fight. Everything's happening.
Wide, hunting down True Loki.
Yeah, spectating it now, Brett. Let's go to it. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh, contact! No! Mr. Worldwide, it's off!
Oh, shit, man. Oh, my God, look.
That puts Larcy back into P4.
Wow.
Right, highly favoured now on the back of True Loki. Mr. Worldwide, we've seen him drop before. We've seen him gain again. Let's see, Brett. Now he's on the rear of Sparkplug. Brett, an amazing driver, but I don't think the patience is always there.
Well, I mean, it's the first time I'm watching this Mr. Worldwide, and I did say there's no way to announce yourself better than winning, but right now he's doing the opposite way for him. He's having a bit of a nightmare.
And 10 seconds up the road is the Dark Fox.
I don't think the Dark Fox has any idea what's going on behind him.
No, Brett, I don't think. He's wondering what's going on. I've got a 9-second lead. It's only lap 5.
Wow.
Right. So, Mr.
Liam
Worldwide.
hunting down Sparkplug.
Yellow flags. That'll be Golf Racing currently in P14. And Brett, Brett, look, Brett. At least.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brett, every time I see that corner, I get PTSD. I don't know what's going to happen. The toy with a 3-second time penalty as Mr. Worldwide now makes his way into the pits, Brett. And I think he wants the undercut on these cars. But Brett, maybe it's a good decision from him because he will have clear air. He'll have a lot of clean air going into the second stint of his race. A set of mediums goes onto the car right now. Right, let's see. Will he get the jump on Hughes as he makes his way down the main straight now? Where is Mr. Worldwide making his way out of the pits? Down the straight goes Hughes and Golf. No, only Hughes who's being lapped, Brett. Is he being lapped?
I'm not sure. Somebody asking me.
No, he's not being lapped. He's having a battle of MGST running in P11. Right. So, Mr. Worldwide, he does not have the clear air that I thought he might have, but he has brand new rubbers underneath him, Brett. And let's just go to the tire compounds. Everybody currently on 5-lap old super soft, and Mr. Worldwide with a 3-second time penalty. And Hughes keeping him up, and he will be losing time. Not what he wants. Not ideal. Right, let's see. Will he make the move stick, Brett? Will he have enough straight line speed?
He needs to be patient.
Right, going around the outside, we have seen Mr. Worldwide with contact with other drivers before, Brett. Does he make the move? Yes, he does. Cleaner move around the outside of Hughes. And now he has DRS to hunt down MGST. But Larcy and the toy... No, Larcy only into the pits. Right.
Ooh.
So Larcy jumping into the pits now. He is dropping positions. Let's see, Brett. Can Mr. Worldwide get the jump on Larcy? New set of mediums going onto the car now. Right, where is Mr. Worldwide? Only making his way down the main straight right about now. Larcy making his way out of the pits, but he will be on a set of colder tires. Mr. Worldwide had time to warm up his tires, and he does get the jump on Larcy. So the undercut worked for Mr. Worldwide. Now he has a little bit of clear air, and now he can punch a hole into this racetrack, and let's see if he can make his way back, Brett. Gaps forming on track now. Highly favored in True Loki. Your two drivers that DNF'd in the sprint having a redemption day of their own.
There are big gaps forming. There are.
Right,
Done.
but True Loki made his life a little bit difficult, sitting with 3 seconds times of penalties. And the Dark Fox now decides to pit. Right. Oh, the Dark Fox with a 5-second time penalty speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what is going on this
Highly
race,
favoured,
man? Oh.
wants track position. True Loki into the pits, he goes. Giottosi of track position. The toy will be making his way into the pit. Yes, he will. And now all eyes again will be on Mr. Worldwide. Where will he come out? Because he is currently in the 3rd sector. Right, the Dark Fox makes his way out of the pits now. Sparkplug down the main straight. He goes. Dark Fox rejoins this race in P3. Right, Brett. Spectating Mr. Worldwide. The toy still making his way out of the pits now, and Mr. Worldwide around the main straight now. It seems as though the toy will have track position over Mr. Worldwide. Will he? Time will tell. The toy will be on a cold set of tires. Oh, gives him a little love tap.
Whew.
He needs to make the move stick now if he wants to get past the toy, while the toy's tires are still a little bit running cold. Right, let's see, Brett. Let's see what's going to happen here. Being more patient now, and the toy now starting to warm up those tires. This will be a fight now, Brett. Kratos and Hughes going at it. The Dark Fox 3 seconds down the road from Sparkplug, but of course your top 3 still has to pit, as well as MGST. Well, he has pitted before, Brett, but I don't think those super softs will last the entire race.
Lap 8 of 17. Johnny was still here. Maybe you don't want to race after seeing all this carnage.
Right, so Mr. Worldwide will now have a very good helping of DRS and a better exit. Right, will the toy defend this? Brett, this corner has been giving us headaches. Flicks the car to the right-hand side. Much better driving. That's how you defend. That's how you try to overtake. And the Dark Fox takes P2 on track as Highly Favoured jumps into the pits. Right, Highly Favoured making his way out of the pits now. Down the main straight comes True Loki. Right, Highly Favoured will be on cold tyres while True Loki will be flying. Will have better traction and better exit. If he wants to make the move, it's going to have to happen now as MGST overtakes Giottosi. Right, Brett, the toy on Mr. Worldwide on the toy and True Loki on Highly Favoured. The toy also on the back of Giottosi. A 3-way battle, Brett. And this is for P5, no, for P6. Right, Brett, look at this. Look at this action now. Right, MGST on Giottosi. Giottosi on the toy on Mr. Worldwide. 4-car battles. All right, look at this, Brett. All right, the toy on Giottosi opens up the door for Mr. Worldwide as well. 3 cars going to... Oh, positioning the car. Everyone's trying to go. Oh, contact! We saw this happen. We saw this coming.
No.
Toy out. Damage on the front wing. Giottosi. Does he have damage? Lassie will have better exit. Yes. Giottosi. No, he doesn't back out. Lassie manages to keep it on track. Giottosi does not. Makes him lose positions.
Oh, this is too mad for me. Wow.
Brett.
Ooh.
Oh, True Loki with 3-second time penalty. He's right on the back of Highly Favoured, who does not have a time penalty, and Sparkplug, the only driver that still needs to jump into the pits. No, he doesn't. He went into the pits the first lap, didn't he, Brett? Let's just go to pit stops.
Well, we have Liam. Liam has got a position. Oh no, so we do have drivers in the pit. Sorry, we have 2 drivers
Stops.
in the pit. That's why.
No, Sparkplug still has to make a pit stop. Right, back to the tyre compounds. And the toy
Oh my God.
into the pits of a new set of super softs. And Brett, this has not been a race that most drivers would want to remember. Yellow flags down into sector 3. That'll be Golf Racing, and now we have Golf Racing and Highly Favoured still going at it.
It's even stressful being the commentator. Wow.
Oh, Brett, look at this, look at this, look at this. Respecting each other's space. Highly Favoured gets the jump, but True Loki will have DRS down the main straight. The Dark Fox now right up the rear of Sparkplug. Is Sparkplug hoping for a late safety car? Liam with a time penalty now. Yellow flags down into sector 3. That'll be Lassie having a moment of his own again. MGST with a 3-second time penalty. True Loki and highly favored back at it. You can't separate these two, Brett.
Oh, lap 11 of 17. Wow.
Well, Brett, as things stand, that Sparkplug will have to jump into the pits. This is the potential fight for second place. Highly favored in True Loki. And the Dark Fox cruising along. This is the only action he's probably seen for the day. On the rear of Sparkplug. Now, will Sparkplug give up the position because he still has to pit? Yes, Sparkplug lifts off and he decides he's not going to fight the Dark Fox. This is not his fight today. Or is he? Sparkplug not giving an inch. Now he backs out and you will see the Dark Fox on much newer tires disappear into the sunset. We have yellow flags. Who will that be, Brett? Yellow flags into sector 3. That'll be Golf Racing, I believe, Brett. Yes, it is. Golf Racing only allowing cars to pass. Right, so Sparkplug making his way into the pits now. So all attention will now be on Lassie. Will he be able to get the jump on Sparkplug? The Dark Fox retakes the lead of the race. Highly favored in P2. True Loki takes P3. MGST also into the pits. Mr. Worldwide back into P4 now as Sparkplug only makes his way out of the pits right about... No, not yet. So Lassie coming down the main straight now. Sparkplug making his way out of the pits now. Lassie will get the jump on Sparkplug, Brett. Look at this. Lassie back into P5 gets the jump on Sparkplug. But of course, Sparkplug on a brand new set of Super Soft, and look out for his pace. He's going to be looking very hungry till the end of this race, Brett.
We're going to see what's going to happen. We have the toy hunting down the P11 position, currently occupied by you.
It really all is happening out here in Melbourne, Brett.
Krytos trying to hunt down Sparkplug.
Right, but Sparkplug, Brett, will be flying. Once he warms up those Super Softs, he will be flying as we have the toy making the move on Yugs. Back into P11, and how many seconds? 12 seconds up the road will be George. So he will have 6 laps if he wants at least 1 point out of this race. Right, Brett. These two cannot be separated since the start of this race. Highly favored and True Loki going at it. 7 seconds clear is the Dark Fox. And Brett, I just think he's having a very, very chilled race out in front. Knows he's not being pressurized.
Even with the penalty, he's got this race done.
Highly favored. Also now a 3-second time penalty. That makes it easier for the Dark Fox, sitting with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. Right, Brett. This is the battle for P2. True Loki on highly favored. What are your predictions with 5 laps of racing remaining?
There's no point in asking me that. Honestly, I don't want to make any predictions. So much has happened already, and I've said nothing.
Golf Racing into the pits he goes, Brett, on a brand new set of Super Softs. And Brett, back to the fight for P2. Sparkplug on Lassie. Right, can Sparkplug regain P5? He will have to do it very quickly because 11 seconds up the road from Lassie is Mr. Worldwide. Right, Brett, back to this. Back to this. Right, look at True Loki. Very better exit. Before they even get to the corner, he has no brave from True Loki, from highly favored. Late on the brakes, around the outside, manages to keep P2. Oh, True Loki struggling. And highly favored lives to fight another day. Right, Sparkplug, right on the rear of Lassie. This corner has been known to end and destroy races. As I said it, Brett. Just as I said it. The commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah, you're better off, do you know what? You're better off not speaking or not watching it. This is too much stress.
MGST now on the rear of Lassie. Oh my word, Brett. MGST with a much better exit than Lassie. Lassie will be looking to defend, but he will be vulnerable. No DRS to defend with, as MGST will make the move stick, and he moves himself all the way up into P7, and he will have another helping of more DRS, and Lassie will not be able to attack down the straight. Right, Brett, back to... Where is Sparkplug? 15 seconds up the road from him is Mr. Worldwide. He's going to have to get a move on. Yellow flags down into sector 1, that is. Was that George?
Wow.
Okay, Brett. Whoa. Sorry. While this has been going on, the fight for P2. True Loki, currently running in P2. Got the move on Highly Favored, but Highly Favored is not done. Not done.
That is.
Oh, he runs wide. True Loki runs wide. Highly Favored retakes P2 of this race. Does he have DRS? Yes, he does. Makes his life a little bit better. And he will have another helping of DRS down the main straight. You cannot separate these two, Brett. Yellow flags down into sector 1. Who is that? That'll be G Atozi being lapped now by Highly Favored and True Loki. Oh my word, Brett. This is going down to the wire. This is going down to the last lap.
It is the last corner of the last lap. Do you know what? I'm not being funny. It's been a great race, but for my stress levels, it needs to end.
Highly Favored and True Loki. Remember, Brett, not being able to finish the sprint race, disqualification for Highly Favored, DNF for True Loki, and look at the two of them running in P2 and P3, and this battle is far from over. Look at True Loki. He will have a helping of DRS down the straight. No, True Loki with 3-second time penalty.
Oh.
And he's running on 9 seconds worth of penalties now, Brett.
Oh my God.
So as it stands, Highly Favored can finish 6 seconds behind Loki and still get P2.
Wow, what a race.
Well, Brett,
boys, please, just end
not talking about the penalties, I'm not taking away the great race that these two have had. It's all happening, Brett.
Great battle.
And we will have 2 laps of racing remaining. This is the closest battle out on track between True Loki and Highly Favored. And at the moment, Brett, living up to his name, Highly Favored does look like the favorite to take P2 of this race.
Well, True Loki has other thoughts on that statement. He's still hunting him down.
Yeah, but Brett, with 9 seconds worth of penalties, he's going to have to overtake him and clear him by more than 6 seconds.
Oh, well, do you know what? I've seen stranger things happen.
Brett, we have seen drivers losing it on the last lap of races before. And the Dark Fox has not been mentioned very much throughout this race. Having a very lonely race, 9 seconds up the road. He knows he's got it in the bag. He knows it's job done. He just needs to cruise this car home around the last lap of this race. This is not over between True Loki and Highly Favored. Right. So True Loki will have one more lap to take P2 on track, as this is the only battle going out on track at the moment. We will keep spectating this battle, Brett, as it is the only battle out on track at the moment.
Yes, we will stick with this one.
Right. So as the Dark Fox crosses the line now, we will have one more lap of racing. True Loki and Highly Favored. They have one more lap of battling. Can Highly Favored defend and keep True Loki behind him? He only has 2 more DRS zones to try and make impact. A little bit too far down the road. Currently running 6/10 down the road from Highly Favored. And all drivers sitting with a penalty currently, Brett, except for the likes of Lassie and Georgie, Giottosi and Golf Racing.
It's mad. And the gaps on track are so big. Wow.
Well, Brett, we have had so much action throughout this race. True Loki now really close to Highly Favored, but Highly Favored getting the slight better exit. And he's running
Even
out of
when
time as we approach
even
Sector
when this-
2.
Even when this race is done, there will still be lots of conversations, lots of debates, lots of people wanting to say their opinions.
Well, Brett, I believe the stewards will be busy if we have yellow flags down into Sector 3, and we have True Loki and Highly Favored for one last time going wheel to wheel with one another. Who will come out on top? We have contact again! Same corner!
Oh my, what are they
Contact!
doing?
Highly Favored loses it. True Loki pushes himself up into P2, but Brett, contact on the last lap again. And Mr. World is now gaining on Highly Favored, is he? Yes, he is.
He is gaining
Dark Fox takes
massively.
P1 on track. True Loki comes in to take P2. There will be questions. There will be queries. As Highly Favored now finishes the race on track in P3. And Mr. Worldwide, P4, great race from him. Sparkplug making his way into the final corner now. And he will take P5 on track. And Brett, it's never over till it's over.
Good luck to the stewards, because that was carnage.
Sparkplug P5 on track. Krytos takes P6. MGST will come home in P7. Lassie, a dark race from him, P7. Liam will be P9. George will take the last point of this race, unless the toy has something to say about this. It seems as though we have no ghosted cars, Brett. So George now makes his way down the final straight now to take the final point of this race. And the toy with a very, very dark race from him, Brett, finishes in P11. And that is your final classifications of Australia Formula 2 Tier 3. What a race it has been.
Well, do you know what? I'm in the commentator, and I'm glad that's done. That was too much stress for me.
Well, Brett, a lot of drivers will have to be going back to the drawing board. Brett, way too much contact out on track. Way too much contact indeed.
That was something else. Wow, I mean, Formula 2 always brings up some entertainment, but I don't even know what that was tonight. Wow.
Well, Brett, there will be multiple queries regarding this. Making his way to the podium, a very congratulations to your pole position, sprint race and main race winner, the Dark Fox. And Brett, your opinions on driver of the day? When it comes down to it, I mean, the Dark Fox just dominated this entire day. I don't think anybody else can take driver of the day except him.
It's gonna have to be him. I mean, it's gonna have to be. He's just very competent. He had a penalty, but even with the penalty, he still had a lot of time to spare. Competent drive wasn't really mentioned, and that says a lot about him.
Definitely. And Brett, this will be your final classifications. And Brett, please run us through the order of a very, very crazy race.
Oh, Dark Fox, thank you for the kind words. Thank you to all of you. Quickly, podiums: Dark Fox, True Loki, Highly Favoured. Then Mr. Worldwide, Sparkplug, Krytos, MGS, Larcy, Liam, Geordie, The Toy, Yude, Atozi, and Golf Racing. They are your 14 drivers. That is the final classification. That is madness.
Brett, what a mad race it has been. There will be multiple queries regarding this race, Brett. I think there will be some, hurt feelings regarding this race. Drivers may be wanting to have a word with each other after this race. But time will tell, and I think the stewards will have their work cut out for them tonight.
I think they will. And I always say I'd rather be a commentator than a driver. That is still the case, but this was stress tonight. So congratulations to all the drivers for putting on a great race. And maybe some of you will have a sort of conversation with each other, because, as I said, that was carnage.
Carnage indeed, Brett. Way too many contact incidents. I mean, it did start to look better right till the end of the race, until that final impact between Highly Favoured and True Loki. But lessons will have been learned. And overall, Brett, still a very exciting race.
Yeah, and congratulations to the Dark Fox, sprint winner, main race winner. Congratulations.
Well, Brett, that is maximum points for Dark Fox. The only point he lost out on, obviously, was the fastest lap of this race. But, Brett, as always, thank you very much for sharing the commentary box with me on this beautiful Friday evening. Lots of love to you all the way to Bristol City, and we will be back, Brett, on Tuesday evening with Humidifier on comms for Tier 1, and myself and you, Brett, we will be back on Wednesday and Friday.
Yes, and until then, Eben, thank you. It's been a lovely commentary experience once again. To the drivers, thank you. The community, thank you. All of you, take it easy, take care, look after yourselves.
And we are off.